Thank you. We do have a quorum this evening. Now, read the township land acknowledgement. The township of Adjala-Tosorontio is situated on the lands within Treaty 18, being the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe peoples, including the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations, collectively known as the Three Fires Confederacy. This land is home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We acknowledge Indigenous peoples as stewards of the land, and we honor their resilience as well as their culture and our shared respect for the lands, plants, animals, and waterways which sustains us all. We recognize the injustices against Indigenous peoples and are mindful that the decisions of government impact our shared land and all the inhabitants. We commit to reconciliation as a journey, foster Indigenous cultural awareness and educational opportunities, establish respectful and healthy relations with Indigenous peoples, continue to steward the land and its inhabitants, and to cultivate an inclusive community for all. Okay. The purpose of this evening's hearing is to consider the applications listed on the agenda, requesting a consent or minor variance to the township's zoning bylaw. The input we receive from agencies, the public, and staff is important to ensure the committee makes well-informed planning decisions. For each application listed on today's agenda, the hearing procedure will be as follows. Staff will provide a brief explanation of the application. The applicant or their agent will be asked to provide any comments. Comments from members of the public will be heard or read aloud by the Secretary Treasurer. Following all submissions, the committee will consider all comments and agenda materials when making a decision on an application. Should you wish to be notified of the decision, you must file a written request with the Secretary Treasurer. Our first item is the adoption of today's agenda. The recommendation reads, the agenda for the Committee of Adjustment hearing held on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025 be adopted as presented. Can I have a mover, please? John and Ron. Can I have a seconder? That's John, Ron, thank you. All those in favor? Carried. Next item is disclosure of pecuniary interest. Are there any disclosures of interest by the members of the committee in these items? No? Thank you. The adoption of the minutes. The minutes for the Committee of Adjustment meeting from August the 20th, 2025 to be adopted as presented. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Julius and then John. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. First of the submissions to be heard, item 5.1A/20/25, the property at 4928 Dean Drive, Adjala-Tosorontio. On to application A2025. Staff will provide us with information, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The applicant seeks a minor variance to expand a legal non-conforming single detached dwelling within employment zone by adding one-story 95-meter square addition for multi-generational living. The proposal complies with all the zoning performance standards but requires relief due to prohibition of enlarging non-conforming footprints. No objections were received from commenting agencies, and the NVCA confirmed the addition lies outside their regulated area. Planning staff find the application meets the intent of official plan zoning bylaw and is appropriate for the site and is minor in nature. Thank you.
Would the applicant or agent like to provide any comments regarding the application? Do we have anyone here? No? No, that's you? No. Okay. Are there any members of the public present that would like to provide a comment on this application? No. No. Did we receive any written comments?
Yes, Madam Chair, we received one written comment. A letter of support was received from Frank and Christina Dean, owners of the adjacent property to the north at 4936 Dean Drive. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions from members of the committee? Yes.
Through the chair, just with the ongoing postal strike, did we actually hand deliver notices to anybody within the 60-meter area?
So, Madam Chair, no, we didn't deliver the hand delivered the notices, but we put it on our website. We put the notice on, and it complies with what been asked for in Planning Act.
Okay, thank you.
I have no.
No.
Sorry. To the chair, I have no questions, but just there's only one house in that area that's within the 60 meter, and that's owned by the Deans.
Any other questions? No? Should we move to a decision for the application? I'll read the decision for the committee's consideration. In the matter of subsection 45(1) of the Planning Act, and in the matter of PCL Plan -1, Section 51M502, Block 17, Plan 51M502, Tosorontio, S/T LT 249713 in the Township of Adjala-Tosorontio, County of Simcoe. And in the matter of the application of Adam Godet and Natalina Roper as owners of the aforesaid land for minor variance under the Planning Act. And whereas the Township of Adjala-Tosorontio's Committee of Adjustment, having conferred with all applicable agencies and persons as prescribed by the Planning Act, and having had regard to these matters prescribed in the Planning Act, has decided that the request for an expansion of a legal non-conforming dwelling with a larger kitchen, an additional bedroom, a bathroom, and a storage space, whereas zoning bylaw 03-57 does not allow an increase to the footprint of a legal non-conforming use, B. Do I have a mover and a seconder for approval of the application? Julius and Ron. All right. All those in favor? Okay. Motion is carried. Thank you. Okay, 5.3, item B/07/25, the property 4428 and 4492, Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line, Adjala-Tosorontio. The purpose to permit a boundary adjustment between the school property at 4428 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line and the rural lands to the north at 4492 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line in order to expand the school lot for potential future development. So we'll now move on to that application, and staff, would you like to provide a brief explanation?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The applicant proposes a boundary adjustment between 4428 and 4492 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line to transfer approximately 4.5 hectares from 4492 to 4428 to support the future development of a new school facility. Council previously approved rezoning on September 10, 2025, which established institutional and open space conservation zones on the property. No new lot will be created. All commenting agencies and township departments had no objections. Comments from County of Simcoe were received after publication of the staff report, and County has no objections to the proposed consent. Planning staff recommend the provisional consent be granted, subject to the standard conditions. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any members of the, would the applicant or agent like to provide any comments regarding the application?
Perfect. There you go. My name is James Hunter of Morgan Planning Development. We do have a very brief presentation. I'll expedite it because I believe most members have heard our pitch. Next slide, please. So this just shows the subject lands. So you're going to see the 4428 property at the south and 4492 at the north. Existing land uses are shown actually in the next slide. Sorry, jump on bar. We can. Yeah, so this is the 4492 property. So this is the 4.5 hectares that the 4428 parcel is acquiring. You can see their existing detached uses, farm dwelling and a shop. So essentially what we're taking is the very bottom southern portion of this. Next slide, please. I'll jump ahead one more. And again, so this is the Alliston Community Christian School. So what you're seeing there is the existing school on the property, accessory uses, and the two access points from Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line. Next slide. So just to highlight, as Kartik Sally noted there, we had a previous rezoning application. I'm sure council is all familiar with it. So essentially what we did is we showed a conceptual site plan, which is here on the screen. And this is our proposed expansion of the school. So not all the specifics are detailed yet. That will go through site plan control. But essentially, we need to require that 4.5 hectares or 11 acres to permit the facility expansion. So the area you're just seeing there in green is the lands to be protected. The northern portion of the property is subject to recreational uses associated with the school, and long-term there will be a new school facility on this property. Next slide. We'll jump ahead actually. Thank you. So again, yeah, so through the zoning amendment, we are here tonight through the boundary adjustment, which is a technical consent. So as noted, we're not creating a new lot, we're just adjusting the two boundaries between the properties, acquiring 4.5 hectares from the north, bringing that into the Allison Community Christian School lands, and that will ultimately allow us to develop a school in the future through site plan control and working with the township. So I think that's a pretty good summary, and happy to answer any questions directed our way.
Thank you very much. Any questions? No? Okay. Are there any, thank you very much. Are there any members of the public present who would like to provide a comment? No? Did we receive any written comments?
No comments were received, Madam Chair.
Okay. Any questions for the members of the committee? No? You're good? Okay. All right, we'll now move on to a decision for application B/07/25. I'll read the decision for committee consideration. In the matter of Section 53 of the Planning Act, and in the matter of Concession 8, Part Lot 29, and Concession 8, Part Lot 29, Part Lot 30, in the Township of Adjala-Tosorontio, County of Simcoe. And in the matter of the application of John W. Downey and Janet Cleve as owners of the 4492 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line for consent under the Planning Act. And whereas the Township of Adjala-Tosorontio's Committee of Adjustment, having conferred with all applicable agencies and persons as prescribed by the Planning Act, and having had regard to those matters prescribed in the Planning Act, has decided that the request for a boundary adjustment involving the transfer of approximately 4.5 hectares of land from 4492 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line to 4428 Adjala-Tecumseh Town Line B. And do I have a mover and seconder for approval, please? John and Julius. Any questions? All those in favor? Thank you. Motion is carried. Thank you. Do we have any other items? Nothing carried forward?
No item, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, it's I think 6:13 p.m. and I declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you.